the men around him heard the voice, but they don't see any manifestation of the Lord Jesus Christ. Only Saul experienced that. Saul got up from the ground, but when he opened his eyes, he could see nothing. His spiritual blindness led him to a physical blindness.
Three, two, one.
Welcome to my channel.
Christians off the street and throw them into prison. Okay, and not only that, Acts chapter 7 verse 8 is the one who signaled the death of one of the faithful committed disciples, si Stephen. Alright, so siya po yung nagbigay ng order na stone to death, okay, one of the disciples, and that is Stephen. Alright, and now the chapter that we have read, nakalagay po rito, no? But Saul, still breathing threats and murder against the disciples of the Lord. So ang hininga po nito, kamatayan para sa mga Kristiyano. Okay? Ang nasa isip niya, ang nasa puso niya is itigil, isirain, diba? Mawasak ang movement na to. Alright? So na makikita po natin dito yung talagang heart niya, yung severity ng kanyang intention, yung kanyang puso na gusto niya talaga, hindi lamang gusto niyang ipakulong, hindi lamang niya gustong pahirapan ang mga Kristiyano, kundi kitilin ang mga ito. So, ganun po yung puso nito. Ang characteristic mo ni Saul, he was so zealous. Right? He was a good apologist. He wants to stop, according to him, it's a wrong teaching. It's a heretical movement. But you will want to understand, okay? According to his life, his zealousness, but he was misguided. Alright? Yung zeal niya is out of place. Okay? Pwede kasi tayo maging zeal pero out of place. So, yan po si Saul. Right? He was so sincere. Okay? Si Saul po, sincere po siya. Okay? But how many of you do understand we can be sincere, but sincerely wrong? Tama po ba? Alright? Na tama yung ginagawa natin, yung pala mali yung ginagawa natin. Ganun po yung buhay natin nung wala pa po tayo kay Kristo. Kahit si Saul po, nung naging Paul siya sa 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 12, in-acknowledge niya yan. He was sincerely wrong. He was so religious. Okay? Religious po si Saul. Okay? Fanatic po siya religious po siya. Kumbaga talagang believe na believe siya sa Judaism. Alright? Yung nga lang, naging fanatiko siya. Alright? His religiosity became into fanaticism. Alright? Wherein nagkaroon po ng excessive interest, uncritical zeal, alright? Or careless zeal, too much devotion that he forgo or he let go some of the important or valuable thing to life or to human being. Alright? That's the reason why he would want to kill, he would want to destroy, he would want to inflict pain and hurt to the people. Now, how does God move in the lives of our enemies? So I'm sure meron po tayo mga persecutors, no? Meron po mga taong nag-o-oppose sa atin. Meron mga taong hindi naniniwala sa sinasabi natin. And a lot of times, diba, it gives us a sense of rejection. A lot of times, it gives us pain, hurt, diba? And a lot of times, it stops us from fulfilling the call of God in our life, diba? Because of these people. Alright, but I want us to understand now, when I talk about enemies here, these are not the enemies that we have made, no? Like, pag nagalit tayo sa isang kapwa natin, nagkaroon tayo ng kaaway, pag ninakawan natin, ginawa natin ng masama, ginawa natin ng hindi mabuti, definitely, we will be making enemies. Okay, but the enemy that I am referring here is this, okay? People who are opposing or against our belief. That when we stand for righteousness, when we stand for truth, when we stand for our faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, they don't believe, they don't accept, they reject, and more, they go against us. Right? So ito po yung nire-refer ko na enemy. Those people who oppose or attack our belief and faith in Jesus Christ. Now, ang question ko po, how does God moves in the lives of our enemies? Hindi po sinasabi, how does we move? Okay? I want us to understand, it is not our move. It is God's move. Alright? When we face persecution, when we face persecutors, okay, it is not our move. It is God's move. And we have to rely and we have to trust on God's move more than our move. Okay? I want us to understand it is God who will move. And how does God move? God reveals spiritual darkness through divine intervention. God reveals spiritual darkness through divine intervention. Let's look at what happened to Saul. On verse 3 to 4, as he went on his way, he approached Damascus. Alright, so alam po natin may mission siya papuntang Damascus because there's a huge number of Jewish people there who are into Judaism. And he knew, okay, that there are Christians, there are these people who are part of the way, okay, who has been going to Damascus to spread what he thinks wrong teachings, false teachings, okay, heresy, heretical, okay? So yun po yung heart niya. But on his way there, even as he gets permit, authority from the high priest, sabi dito, suddenly, okay, walang pakundangan, walang warning, walang notice, okay, biglaan, right there and then, okay? How many of you are glad that God intervenes? Alright? Okay, so ito po, yung indication ng intervention ni God is that a light from heaven shone around him, and falling to the ground, he heard a voice. Diba? So, parang on his way, no? Ayan. So, biglang may light. Diba? Nasilaw siya, okay, fallen to the ground, and then he heard a voice. Ano po yung narinig niya? Sabi niya, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? So ito po yung yung sinabi ni Jesus Christ, no? Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? Tapos sabi ni Saul, hindi kasi niya kilala si Jesus, no? Who are you, Lord? And he said, I am Jesus whom you are persecuting. Give you some clarity, no? Papunta siya sa Damascus, kasi nga, there is this nonsense, scam-like belief that these Christians are teaching to the people, okay? Because they are teaching about a dead person. So para kay Paul, that's insane. That's something, di ba parang, why would you teach? Why would you preach for someone who is dead? And according to their law, cursed is the one who's being hanged on the tree. So si Jesus Christ is one of them. He was crucified. He was hanged on the tree. So this is insane. This is heretic. But you know what? This encounter changed his perspective. This encounter changed his heart. This encounter, the moment he heard the voice and he saw the presence of God personally. Okay? I could say that he saw the presence of God personally because he testified about it on 1 Corinthians chapter 15. You know what? There's something that he believes that was changed. Ang pinapaniwala niya, this Christ, this Jesus is dead. But when he started to speak, I am Jesus, biglang, hindi pala patay to. Buhay pala to. He is alive. And he's talking to me. In fact, I am seeing him right now. This is huge. And let me tell you, that is a miracle. Encountering a Jesus that is alive. Jesus is alive. So being a good apologist, mali pala yung paniniwala ko. Mali pala yung pagkakaintindi ko. Oo, tama pala. Yung tinuturo ng mga taong ito na part ng the way or mga Christians. And not only that, there's another thing that he learned from this. Jesus not is alive but also is one with his people. That Christ himself is related to his people. When Jesus said, it is Jesus whom you are persecuting. Hindi sinabi ni Jesus, it is I, Jesus, and you are persecuting my church. And you are killing my people. You are harming my people. Hindi sinabi ni Jesus ganon. Sinabi ni Jesus Christ, it is it is Jesus whom you are persecuting. So what Jesus is saying here, as you persecute God's people, you are persecuting Jesus. When you hurt my people, you hurt me personally. I take it personally. When you attack my people, you attack me personally. I am taking it personally. In other words, every action on earth resonates in heaven. Every blow that was struck on God's people here on earth is felt in heaven. Ramdam ng langit kung ano yung mga pinagdaraanan ng kanyang mga tagasunod, ng mga followers niya. He feels every persecution, opposition, and attack against His people. Jesus takes it personally. How many of you are glad and comforted with that? That whenever we face persecution, whenever we are attacked by people, Jesus takes it personally. That's comforting. That's comforting, folks. That's good news for me. That's the reason why it gives me more courage. It gives me more confidence. It gives me more trust to follow Jesus. Why? Because Jesus knew what I am undergoing. So let me tell you, even if you don't fight back, even if you don't defend your faith, Jesus will defend His faith, and Jesus will be the judge between you and your persecutor. Now take note of this. Hindi lang yung mga persecutors sa atin. But I do believe, kasi dito rin sa loob ng church, tayo minsan nag-aatake. Tayo minsan nag-gossip. Tayo minsan, we criticize one another. We become judgmental. We become greater or lesser than the other person. We try to compare ourselves. We try to compete. I want us to understand, this is also the heart of God. When you compare one person to another, you are trying to make Jesus lesser value, or the identity that God has placed into that person's life is of less value. When you curse the person, you are cursing Jesus. When you attack the person, you are attacking Jesus. Tahimik po kayo. When we try to lambast, when we try to ridicule, when we try to backstab a person at his back or her back, we are attacking Jesus. Let's go back to the original statement of the Lord in Genesis. For we were made in His own image. In the image of God, He created us. So when we try to attack a person, we are attacking the very image of God placed on that person.